Very good. All right. On number one, we had a couple issues here. Remember that we were really good at this at the time, but we could always rewrite them as the same base. What bases did we use if we want to go same base? 2, 3, and 5. 2, 3, and 5. What base should I use here? 5. So if I rewrote both sides to be a base of 5, over here I have a fraction. What needs to be true about my exponent? -2 times that 3v that was already there. On the right side, it's still 5, but I need a negative as well. Once you rewrite them to be the same base, the 5s can cancel. Just multiply that, get -6v. Oh man, it's being crazy. -6v equals -1. Divide by -6, divide by -6, 1/6. D. Don't let that one be hard. We were really good at those before. Don't let it be just because it's been a minute that we were all of a sudden bad at that one. I rewrote them to be the same base. Sorry, I just erased. All right, next one. Not awful on the next one. 6 to the 3x minus 3. We would add 3 to the other side to start. So 6 to the 3x is going to be equal to 59. My x is stuck in the exponent. How do I get it down? Throw some logs at it. So I'm going to take the log of 6 equals the log of 59. And then that 3v would fall, or 3x would fall in the front. I would want to divide by log of 6. That would cancel. I would type log of 59 over log of 6 into my calculator, and then to finish that thing, I would then divide that number by 3, whatever that would be. Questions on 2? We weren't bad on this last one, but obviously it looks like it took us a long time to do that one. 303 seconds is like 5 minutes. Condense it first. Once you condense, you have a log 9 on both sides, then you could cancel. Only on one side, first, last, second, but if you have it on both sides, you can cancel. This one right here, we can condense it first, and then you would do first, last, second. Ooh, we were bad at this one. Remember how to find an inverse. To determine if these two things are inverses of each other, you pick one and find the inverse. So I'm going to pick this one right here and find the inverse of it. 2 steps to finding an inverse. What do I do first? Switch x and y. So it's going to be x is equal y to the 5th plus 1. And then decide if they're inverses. I'm going to find the inverse. I'm going to get y by itself. I'm going to minus 1 from both sides. What else would I need to do to get y by itself? 5th root on both sides. 5th root. That would cancel. This is what I'm left with. Is that the same thing as the other one? Yeah, so the answer is yes, they're inverses of each other. Flip x and y, solve for y. Pick whichever one's easier. In that case, the second one was a little bit easier than the first one. 5th root. Remember, to get rid of a 5th power, you got to do 5th root. To get rid of a square, you square root it. To get rid of a 5, you 5th root it. Just depends. Good on the next one. We throw some logs at number 6. We weren't too bad at that one. Ooh, bad at 7. We shouldn't be awful here, but I understand why we get confused. What do you have to do first here to get the 9 by itself? So what a lot of people just said was add 10. It's not adding 10. It's being multiplied. What are you going to do to get rid of a multiplication? You got to divide. I see why a lot of people said add, but it's not add. When I divide, I get this problem. 9 to the -2a is equal to a positive 9.7. Now that I have that done with, I've got this problem over here with a in my exponent. How do I get it down? Log of 9 equals the log of 9.7. That -2a would fall in front. So on both sides, I would divide by log of 9. That would cancel. To get a by itself, I would then need to divide my final answer by -2. That would get me my final answer. So we had to divide by -10 first, then we threw some logs and got a by itself. The next one, don't let that one be hard. Remember, you could do it 2 ways. Use your calculator. Hit the math button. Remember, math. Hit the math button. Math, and you scroll down here until you get log base as an answer. Right there, log base. Log 6 of 70. Type it in, hit enter, you get an answer. It's 2.37. It's D. Don't miss that one. Sum and difference of logs, we were pretty good at that one. Half-life, I'm not going to go through half-life now, I don't have enough time. Type in Schwanekamp, half-life, watch some videos. If you don't know now, you're probably not going to know. I'm going to do the fast way here. At time 0, at 0 years, it says you have 100 grams. The half-life is 300 years. So at 300 years, how much substance do you still have left? 50. You have half of it. And then the question is, how much do you have after 500 years? So here's 500. We want to know how much we have there. Well, how much would you have if you went to 600 years? 25, half of this. So you know your answer is somewhere between 50 and 25. Well, it's not that one. It's not that one. It's not that one. It's only that one. That's the only one that makes any sense. Okay? Use your brain. It's multiple choice on the test. I want you to know how to do half-life, but if you don't, use your brain. This one, the graph one. Remember, it's being shifted down 4 and right 2. So it's got to have a -4. Well, all of them have a -4. But the only one that gets me to the right, these are all negatives. These are waterfalls, so don't pick those. This would take me to the right. That one would take me to the left, so don't pick B. It's A. And then this last one, since it said semi-annually, you're using that formula A equals P 1 plus R over N, NT, where N is going to be 2 because it's semi-annual.